Have you ever felt tired? Not in your body, but in your soul? Have you ever laid down at night, exhausted from the day, only to discover that your mind refuses to rest? Maybe you've spent years carrying invisible weight, the weight of expectations, the weight of responsibilities, the weight of trying to be strong for everyone else. And perhaps without even realizing it, you've forgotten what it feels like to truly relax. Not distraction, not entertainment, not escaping into endless scrolling, but real relaxation, the kind that reaches your heart, the kind that whispers to every tense muscle, every anxious thought, every hidden wound. You are safe now. Those words feel unfamiliar. If they sound almost impossible to believe, then stay with me, because today's Buddhist teaching may be exactly what your heart has been waiting to hear. And by the end of this journey, you may discover something surprising. The peace you've been searching for has never been far away. It has been quietly waiting beneath the noise, waiting beneath the fear, waiting beneath the endless pressure to keep going. Take a slow breath, and let's begin. For thousands of years, Buddhist teachers have observed something remarkable about the human mind. Most people are not suffering because of what is happening right now. They are suffering because they are fighting with reality. The body sits in a chair, but the mind is somewhere else, worrying about tomorrow, replaying yesterday, preparing for problems that haven't arrived, defending itself against dangers that may never come. The mind becomes a guard standing watch 24 hours a day, always alert, always scanning, always waiting. And eventually, this constant vigilance becomes exhausting. Yet many people don't even notice it anymore, because they've lived this way for so long. The tension feels normal, the stress feels normal, the restlessness feels normal. But according to Buddhist wisdom, what feels normal is not always natural. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day for 10 years. Eventually, you would forget what it feels like not to carry it. You might even believe the weight is part of who you are. But the moment you set it down, you realize something important. The burden was never your identity. It was only something you were carrying. In the same way, anxiety is not who you are. Stress is not who you are. Fear is not who you are. They are experiences passing through awareness, not the awareness itself. This realization changes everything, because when we believe we are our stress, we fight endlessly against ourselves. But when we see stress as a temporary visitor, something softens. Space appears. Breathing becomes easier. The heart begins to open. One Zen teacher told a simple story. A traveler arrived at a village carrying 2 large bags. One bag contained stones from the past. The other contained stones from the future. The villagers asked why he looked so exhausted. The traveler replied, "Because I never put my bags down." Many of us are living exactly this way. We carry old regrets, old conversations, old mistakes, old versions of ourselves. At the same time, we carry future worries, future responsibilities, future fears, future expectations. And then we wonder why life feels so heavy. Buddhism invites us to ask a gentle question. What would happen if, for just this moment, you set the bags down? Not forever, just for one breath. One peaceful breath. Right now, as you listen, allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your jaw to relax. Allow your breathing to become natural. Notice what happens. Nothing bad occurs. The world continues. The sky doesn't fall. Life keeps moving. And yet something inside begins to settle. This is one of the great secrets of inner peace. Most of the time we are not carrying life. We are carrying our resistance to life. And resistance is exhausting. The Buddha often taught that suffering grows when we cling. We cling to outcomes. We cling to control. We cling to certainty. We cling to the idea that everything must go according to plan. But life has never worked that way. Life changes. People change. Circumstances change. The seasons change. Everything moves. Everything flows. And the more tightly we grip, the more tension we create. Think about trying to hold water in a closed fist. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. But when your hand is open, the water can rest there naturally. The same is true for peace. Peace cannot be forced. Peace cannot be chased. Peace cannot be conquered. It appears when we stop fighting. It appears when we stop demanding that reality become something different. And perhaps that is the message your heart needs most today. You do not need to solve your entire life before you deserve peace. You do not need to earn rest. You do not need permission to breathe. You do not need to become perfect before you can relax. This moment is enough. You are allowed to rest here. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to be human. In modern culture, many people secretly believe that constant productivity equals worth. If they're not achieving something, they feel guilty. If they're resting, they feel lazy. If they're slowing down, they feel like they're falling behind. But Buddhist wisdom offers a different perspective. A tree does not rush to grow. A river does not force itself to flow. The moon does not apologize for moving slowly across the night sky. Nature understands balance. Only humans have forgotten it. We push, we hurry, we strive, and then we wonder why we feel disconnected from ourselves. The Zen path reminds us that life is not a race. It is an experience, and experiences cannot be rushed. They can only be lived. The next time you feel overwhelmed, try this simple practice. Place one hand over your heart, take a slow breath in, and silently say, "I am here." Then breathe out and say, "I am safe." Not because everything is perfect, not because every problem is solved, but because in this moment you have returned to yourself. And that return is the beginning of healing, the beginning of calm, the beginning of freedom. And what happens next may be even more beautiful than you imagine. Because the moment you stop running from yourself, you begin to hear something that has been quietly waiting beneath the noise. A deeper voice, a calmer voice, not the voice of fear, not the voice of comparison, not the voice that constantly asks, "Am I doing enough?" But the voice of simple awareness, the voice that says, "This moment is already complete." Zen teachings often point to a truth that sounds almost too simple. Peace is not something you create. Peace is what remains when unnecessary struggle ends. Think about the sky. Storms may pass through it. Clouds may cover it. Thunder may shake it. But the sky itself remains untouched. Your mind is similar. Thoughts come and go. Emotions rise and fall. Difficult seasons arrive and eventually leave. Yet beneath all of it, there is a quiet awareness that has never been broken. Many people spend their entire lives trying to fix themselves. But Buddhism gently asks, what if you are not a problem to be solved? What if you are a human being learning to wake up? What if the peace you seek is not somewhere in the future? What if it is already here, hidden beneath layers of tension and habit? For a moment, imagine yourself sitting beside a peaceful lake at sunrise. The water is still. The air is cool. The world has not fully awakened. There is nothing you need to accomplish, nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to become. Just this moment, just this breath, just this life unfolding exactly as it is. Notice how your body responds to that image. Something softens, something relaxes, something remembers. This remembering is important because deep down your heart already knows how to be peaceful. The problem is not that peace is missing. The problem is that fear is often louder. Modern life trains us to believe that we must always be alert, always improving, always achieving, always preparing for the next thing. But the nervous system was never designed to live in a constant state of emergency. Eventually, the body asks for rest. The mind asks for stillness. The heart asks for compassion. Ignoring these messages creates suffering. Listening to them creates healing. This is why meditation has remained such a powerful practice for thousands of years. Meditation is not about becoming someone else. It is not about stopping every thought. It is not about reaching some magical state. Meditation is simply the art of coming home to the present moment, coming home to your breath, coming home to the quiet space that has always existed within you. Each breath becomes a doorway. Each moment of awareness becomes a step. And little by little, the burden becomes lighter. The fear becomes softer. The mind becomes clearer. One day you notice something remarkable. The things that once controlled you no longer have the same power. The anxiety still appears sometimes, but it does not own you. The worry still visits, but it does not stay forever. The difficult emotions still arise, but they move through like weather passing across the sky. This is emotional freedom, not the absence of challenges, but the ability to meet challenges without losing yourself. A famous Zen saying reminds us, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour. The wisdom behind this saying is profound. When life becomes chaotic, slowing down becomes even more important. When the mind becomes noisy, silence becomes medicine. When the world becomes demanding, compassion becomes essential. And perhaps the greatest compassion you can offer is compassion toward yourself. Many people are kind to strangers, patient with friends, understanding with loved ones, yet harsh with themselves. They forgive everyone except the person in the mirror. If this sounds familiar, consider this question. What would happen if you treated yourself with the same kindness you offer others? What if your inner voice became gentle? What if your mistakes became opportunities to learn rather than reasons to suffer? What if you stopped measuring your worth through productivity? What if simply being alive was enough? Because from a Buddhist perspective, your value has never depended on achievement. Your value has never depended on perfection. Your value has never depended on the approval of others. Like a flower blooming in a quiet field, your existence already has meaning. Not because of what you do, but because of what you are. A living expression of life itself. As this teaching comes to an end, take one more slow breath. Allow yourself to feel the chair beneath you, the ground beneath your feet, the rhythm of your breathing. Notice that you have arrived here. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Here, now. And in this moment, perhaps there is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to chase, nothing you need to fear. Only this breath, only this heartbeat, only this opportunity to be fully present. If your heart has been carrying heavy burdens, let this be your reminder. You do not have to carry everything alone. If your mind has been racing for too long, let this be your reminder. You are allowed to slow down. If your soul has been longing for rest, let this be your reminder. It is safe to relax now. Not someday. Not when everything is perfect. Now, may your mind become clear. May your heart become light. May your sleep become peaceful. May your days become gentle. May you walk through life with greater awareness, deeper compassion, and a calm spirit. And whenever the world feels overwhelming, remember this simple truth. Peace is not far away. It is only one mindful breath away. Thank you for spending this peaceful time with us. If this teaching touched your heart, please support our journey by liking this video, sharing it with someone who may need these words, and subscribing to Soft Zen Mind for more calming Buddhist teachings, meditation wisdom, emotional healing, mindful living, and peaceful inspiration. Until next time, take care of your mind, be gentle with your heart, and remember, you are safe, you are enough, and it is safe to relax now. Soft Zen Mind.